Hello.
Hey. I think it should just come in action shot. More like, all right. Hey, y'all. We're here in my house.
We're in
my
Jake's kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Today, we'll be cooking with Jake.
Food.
That's a graphic. Cooking with Jake. All right. First step for cooking.
Lather me up.
I'm going to have flat. Brandon's going to have
Starbucks. See, some have dream jobs. This is a dream job. I get to finally experience what it's like to be behind my life force. My life force? My life's purpose.
Did you throw away your cup already?
Yes.
Oh. I thought you were going to try to put it as a plug or something.
Idolize it. Is this how... Do you tie it in front of
You can tie it around the front. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like it's too tight. It's not flattering.
So we're here because I love cooking and I couldn't live without cooking every day. And
I don't know how to cook.
But there's something that's very special about Brendan's relationship to food, which is something that dawned on me the other day. I don't think about it this way, but you said I leave cooking to the professionals because you eat a lot of good food from good places.
Yes.
I don't do that. I have celiac disease. I've been gluten-free since I was 13, and I do get to eat out some places, and some of them are really high-end cuisine, and I love that. I think of food as art and obviously nourishment, and I engage with food in a lot of different ways you'll probably hear me blab about. But I don't get to eat out as much as you do. So I get to, I spend a lot of my time really just engaging with each ingredient a lot and like finding like a relationship with each ingredient. Brandon kind of gets to do that similarly, but only with the finished product. So that's kind of like, I think that you're a good candidate for somebody coming new to cooking. If you start to look at it the way that like I look at it.
I think the one thing I have going for me is like, I think I can figure out what I like flavor-wise. Sure. I don't necessarily know what works well with each other relationship-wise with flavors, but like I know what I like though.
Yeah. So the other reason that I thought this would be fun is like we're all so self-referential, and like as somebody who has spent my whole adult life and a lot of my childhood years like making my own food, I don't think about other people not doing that, and I thought that like it would be fun to do it with you because it would just be fun and goofy, but also like now is a pretty good time for people like to learn how to be doing stuff like that.
I'm lucky that I live close to people that can cook, because otherwise I'd be screwed right now.
So that being said, one of the things that we're doing is we're going to be cooking with ingredients I already had in my house. I love going shopping to forage for ingredients for a meal.
Forage.
Mm-hmm. I like going shopping and like getting inspired. Like, oh, I want to make something like this, and then I go to the store and I see a new ingredient and I decide, oh, I actually want to change what I'm doing. But today we're going to do the thing that I do most of the time, which is just I need to make a meal. It could just be sustaining, but I want it to taste good and I want it to be flavorful. What's in my cabinets? So we're going to make a salad, because salads are easy.
Which happens to be one of my favorite foods.
But salads are easy, but they can be multifaceted, and I think people don't realize that.
Well, there can be a salad, and then there can be a salad.
Right. Like iceberg lettuce in a bowl with like just like a half liter of like Caesar dressing isn't really a salad. That's like
But why are you shading me like that, Jake?
But like the way that you have your ingredients interact with each other can be a beautiful thing. So we're going to keep it simple. At any point you can, if you want to follow along, you can trade out ingredients. If you want to make something simple, you don't have to be using the same things we are, but every ingredient that we use, I'm going to explain why I think the flavor works well. So we're going to make a salad, and then we're going to make kasha, which is buckwheat. That's this.
Kasha.
It's made of buckwheat. It's toasted buckwheat. It can be used as a savory dish. It can be used as a breakfast cereal. They are really good. I don't know if you've ever had buckwheat.
I have. Buckwheat pancakes were my thing when I was younger.
So it's like, try that. It's toasted. So it's actually not a grain. It's a fruit.
It's fruit?
It's like a dry. Yeah, I think that it counts as a fruit because it doesn't have a seed in it, and it wasn't husked.
Yeah, it tastes like
Yeah. What does it taste like?
it's the Jewish bread. Matzah.
Okay.
Tastes like matzah.
Yeah. So let's start with the salad.
Okay.
We're going to use baby spinach.
Okay.
We're going to use green pepper,
Love that.
cucumber,
Cool.
carrot,
Yep.
celery,
Yes.
onion.
Ooh. Are we cooking the onion or is
No.
it just
Okay.
okay?
Slice a little bit of onion. into the
Staying
salad.
raw. Good choice.
Bosque pear, lemon zest, actually just lemon juice, and then a ton of spices.
What are we crushing? Are we crushing the spices in there?
We'll probably make a bit of a dressing.
Do you call that crushing?
Sure, yeah.
I'm a virgin.
It's a mortar and pestle, so you crush. I don't know.
A
That's
mortar
fine.
and pestle?
That's what that is. It's called a mortar. That's the mortar, and that's the pestle.
Oh.
Like I'm just a self-taught boy. I'm not like a. I'm not a chef.
BOI?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not like a chef, you know. And I think that everybody should be they should be able to make their own food. So like if we don't use the right fucking word, that's okay.
Wait, you
know?
almost forgot the garlic.
Oh, a very small amount, one little clove of garlic.
The Italian boy in me almost died.
So I want you to start with the bed of. This is gonna be easy.
Okay.
First couple steps will be easy.
Cool.
You have baby spinach here. It's
Okay.
dripping because it's in a colander. Oh, this is also important for cooking at home. I didn't know this for many years. If you're washing shit, like even if it's lettuce or even just a single cucumber, use a colander, right? Like we see colanders, we use them for like pasta.
Because it has holes in it?
Use it like that way. It's a surface that you can even just sit the cucumber in, and you can be washing it. The water's running over it. It's draining out. You can pick it back up, but it's like a clean surface that you're using.
Oh.
You also, if you have like a bunch of
Smart.
stuff, like fruit, like blueberries or something, you can you can
that.
wash it and then like shake it out. Colanders are super useful.
Smart.
One of the times I went
I should
farming,
buy
it was
one.
like blew my mind. Yeah, so we're gonna start with this. It's already washed. It's basically already ready. Why don't you transfer it into that bowl?
Guys, I'm cooking. I feel like I should have done that the other way around.
That's okay.
Oh shit. There's
Your hands clean, right? If
Yeah.
they're not clean, get your hands clean.
No, they're clean.
Good.
See, I did it. Do I wipe my hands on my apron or do I just
You can wipe your hands on your apron. I think I
Okay.
have an extra. Doesn't matter. I had an extra cloth somewhere. Before we continue, I like to cut my lettuce down a little bit, and I like doing it if I'm using a metal or glass bowl. I like doing it in the bowl. So
Huh. Okay.
which makes it simpler because they're big pieces.
Fair enough.
Also, like if you put like something with oil on it and it's a big piece and you go to take a bite and it slaps you in the face and you have oil on your face, that's no good.
What if I like that?
That's Brandon after dark. I don't know.
Kinky.
So if your hands are clean, just like press down on some of it and just run your blade across it. Just do that a couple times and you're gonna have to make some
Trust
cuts.
me with this.
Not really.
Okay.
Keep your thumb out of the way. Yeah.
I will keep my Mom, I love you.
When you're cutting with a blade, if you really don't cook and you don't really use a blade, never cut toward your own skin, obviously, or your own people. That's a thing that you need to know. Like, don't ever be cutting toward your finger. Don't cut something where you're cutting, a serrated blade toward your hand. You always want to be cognizant. That's fine, probably.
Help fund us so we can get a third camera for top down,
Yeah,
so that
right.
you can see me not cut off my finger.
True. Let's do pep.
Pep.
Mm-hmm.
The pep.
So with the pepper,
Yeah.
I like cutting. There's probably like fancy words for this. I don't really give a shit. If you cut into its skin is like, you could like fuck up. It's like waxy, right?
Yeah.
So you want to cut inward,
Oh.
right? And you want to cut skinny, like that.
Okay.
Skinny and down. You'll get a feel for the blade, for any blade you work with, but
Okay.
like having it in your hand, having like an extra finger sort of as like a ballast is important.
Okay.
You don't want to be holding your blade like that, right?
Okay.
Like you have no control. So also like your other hand is important. You can be like pushing the blade against your finger
Okay.
to get like a tight edge.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
Pinkies up.
Yep. Don't fuck around. Now's not the time to fuck around.
Is that too thick?
It's fine. We can fix it in post.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this a couple times, like in different scenarios. I want you to like feel the blade, right? Like feel how it's working. The blade
I
is
am the blade.
the blade is curved, not unlike
The
the
blade
celery,
is me.
right? So one thing you see chefs do a lot is they start at like toward the tip, and then they kind of like push down. Try it like that.
Like
Toward the tip first,
yeah.
and then down. That's the motion. Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Fine.
see, I got a little.
Good. We'll do that again. This angle.
Oh, you're going like small pieces.
Yeah.
Okay. This will make sense.
And if you're just gonna use the tip, you can just do that too. You just run the tip across. Right? So you can be cutting down.
You are
like
so
this.
close to your fingers.
Okay. Can you do that with those three?
Is that too
That's fine.
thick?
Yep. Start from the tip. You kind of keep coming from the heel of it. Start from the
Like that?
Mm-hmm. Like a. Good. Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. Deposit.
Guys, I'm basically a chef. Come at me, Gordon Hamsey.
I'm gonna
Jesus
start water
Christ.
for our bouillon for kasha.
Big bouillon boy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Let's get all this stuff in here before that boils. So this is gonna be the hard one probably.
Okay.
I don't know. Onions have a skin, right? A bunch of layers of skin.
Like an ogre.
I find it easiest to get bottom and the top off and then kind of peel as you go.
Okay.
So we'll do that. We're gonna get the top part. Hold
Sure.
it tight so you can't lose it.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Now,
Am I going to cry?
I don't think so. You might.
I'm going to cry, aren't I?
Again, without putting pressure behind it, because you don't, like I just said, you don't want to cut toward your hand. But if you like hold the actual blade, you can kind of like delicately push inward. So I just made an incision so that I can get that layer of skin off. So go ahead and peel that off, pull this out.
Oh God.
And Brandon, we're kind of working fast, but Brandon had said before we started, he said like, oh, I also want to incorporate plating. So, so we are going to do that. We're going to make 2 layers. We're going to make baby spinach salad and this kasha. And then we're also going to plate it, which will just be fun. And we're going to use...
Guys, I almost lost it, but I did it.
You did it.
Did it.
We're going to cheat a little bit and use a mushroom soup that I made yesterday as an extra plating element. And I'll explain
dare
why
you.
when we get there. So you're going to have to cut fast. No, don't really cut
Yeah,
fast.
okay.
Cut it down the center.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Now,
Do I do that? Okay.
And you can do it however you want.
Okay.
I like to go...
So I get a little cocky?
You're fine. I like to go, when I cut an onion, I like to go kind of along the long edge, make a bunch of like, sort of like, you know, like orange slices, sort of like
Oh, yeah, like
long, skinny pieces.
Yeah.
Skinny-ish.
Okay, yeah,
And then
like an apple.
We'll cut them like that, and then we'll cut them small. We're also not going to use this whole onion. We're going to use,
I see
you
what
might
you're
not
saying.
even use half of it. Like those fingies.
Jake, I am a master chef. How dare you question me?
I will trust you when you do it more. I'm just watching your etiquette. It's a little tough.
So I go straight down?
Yeah, but come really close. Like, don't be afraid to make little bits. You know, and we're only gonna do a palmful. Maybe like one more cut. Yeah, that's it.
What kind of onion is this?
I think it's a Vidalia.
I was gonna say Vidalia. Oh, I should have said it. I would have sounded smart.
Yeah, we're not gonna use all this, but it's fine. Just put it aside.
Oh God.
You're okay. Give me the blade. I'm just gonna cut it down a little more.
Oh shit, you're going microscopic.
Yeah, not really.
I didn't bring my microscope.
If I'm making a salad just for
terrible.
myself, I don't. If I'm making a salad for myself, I don't really mind eating big chunks, but I also don't mind just biting into like a green pepper or something. So if I'm making
Oh.
something for plating,
They're gonna say the onion.
no.
I've been like, shit, man. The Grinch.
All right. So
That's my favorite scene of the Grinch.
he eats an.
It
Is
was
he
like-
eating onion?
Yeah, you go like a fucking apple. He just like bites into that shit.
Let's get the ends off of this. This is celery.
Celery.
So see how tight. See that?
Oh shit.
Genie. We
Guys, I almost
pass
saved the
out.
day. Stabs me in the hand.
Wait, can you do that? Can you try and make some
I
small
don't
pieces?
know, Jake. Is that small enough?
Yeah,
Smaller?
that's fine. Doesn't matter. You do whatever you want to do, you know? Just
I will do what I want to do.
It's not a serrated blade, so you don't want to really do this. You just kind of want to apply pressure. Yeah.
See, I was really good at this at the beginning.
Mhm.
And by really good, I mean okay.
I'll also say, as a non-chef, one of the things the chef would tell you to do is like always sharpen your blade before you cook, like every single time, because it does.
So you didn't?
I didn't sharpen my blade.
So you're fucking me up now.
Yeah,
God damn it.
it's fine. It's whatever.
Okay, I did
Cool. Transport it.
Okay.
You can do that. You also could just use the blade as like a spoon. There you go.
Oh, you mean like...
You can kind of like.
Oh, see, I saw Gordon Ramsay do that once.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
So these two will be easy, maybe.
I have a knife.
Okay. Yes, you do. Move the ends off of this. Here you go.
Thanks.
So, one thing that's nice about a salad is it can be nothing. It can be just like big chunks of stuff, or also could be a bunch of different types of textures. I really like using like a peeler, like a potato peeler.
I cut my finger on one of those once.
I've cut my finger on these a bunch of times.
I feel like I've probably done that with all those shit, but...
So this is how not to do that. You're gonna find a surface. It can be.
Oh,
the edge
this
of
is
the
what you
bowl.
were saying, cut away.
Yeah. What we're gonna do actually though is instead of peeling, we're gonna like come at it, and we're just gonna make little. Here, I'll show you.
Oh,
Little pieces.
shit. It's like snow.
So you're using a peeler, but you're just kind of eating into it. And it's nice to have an edge to be pushing down on.
Oh, holy shit.
Don't come close to your finger. And you're gonna do this with the carrot, and you're gonna do this with the cucumber. And it's like, it's really nice because they're thin little pieces that are tasty. They're crunchy, sweet.
yeah.
So far we have.
Wow.
There you
Okay.
go. As you do that with those two, I'll explain that
Holy shit. Guys, this is therapeutic.
it is. Onion is onion. It makes sense to use an onion and stuff. I like carrots because they're sweet and they're crunchy. I like celery because they can be spicy. Like a lot of people don't think celery is spicy, but if you get fresh celery, it has like a bite behind it. It's like it is literally a spice.
Is it true that celery is negative calories?
I don't really care about that shit. I have no idea. You know,
I was like
the
was
concept.
told that as like an urban legend or something.
In theory, sure, because like stuff that is fibrous takes energy to break down, and it's basically just water plus fiber. So theoretically, like yeah, but you know, if you just ate celery, you would not live very long. So it doesn't matter. You did a very good job. you sharpened that pencil very well.
Thank you.
We'll just use that
Zach.
half.
It's my new favorite tool.
Some people don't like the peel, or whatever you call this, the skin of a cucumber. I fucking love it. And
I have fun with it. It's a good time.
it's good.
Oh, you do this shit the same way?
You can.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Now, with the cucumber, it has a big chunk, big section that's very different in the center, right? So it has like seeds, and it's kind of like gooey. So you don't really want to cut down into that. Yeah, you can stop that.
Why, Jake?
Because see how you're getting down into the seed area?
Yeah.
You don't really want to be shaving that. It's like soft and different. It's good. It's good to eat. Not good for that. So you're good with this.
Okay.
We're gonna use a very minuscule amount of this. You can put that down. You don't need that. We're just gonna use a
by
little
far
bit.
been my favorite part of this process so far.
All right, before you start, I feel like I need to explain more because I've been wanting to do that. So,
Okay.
The reason that I wanted to use baby spinach is that baby spinach wilts really easily. A lot of different lettuces like this, like hardy, dark lettuces, you can throw fresh into sautés, you can throw fresh into like sauces, and without actually even cooking them, just experiencing a little bit of heat, they'll wilt, and their texture changes, and they're really good.
Huh.
So even though this is a salad, and usually you think of salads as being fresh, we're gonna play with that by making this hot, grainy thing, and we're going to sit that on the bed of lettuce, and it'll actually soften the lettuce a little bit. So we're gonna make this, put it in a dish, season it the way we want to, make this, and put it on top. And then the hot bed of kasha is actually gonna heat your salad a little bit, which is nice. I did it the other day. It's very delicious.
Swag.
So, it's also nice to just have a sweet element. So we're doing pear. That's what that's called. Just cut that into little babies. And I'm a huge proponent for texture. Pear has like those little granules, those little fibrous granules in them, and if you get a bite of like this, like an explosion of like sweet pear in your salad, and it has that like crunchiness, yeah. Cut it this way now, like dice it. And I'm gonna start the kasha. Actually, I should wait for you for that.
Guys, I feel so proud of myself.
You should feel proud.
I'm using a sharp thing and I haven't cut myself yet. Okay, so now I'm gonna attempt to use. Guys, I'm fucking.
You gasped. I thought you cut yourself.
I'm opening up my restaurant. Come 2K21.
Okay, so that on hold for the moment has
Okay.
most of its ingredients. We'll
Yeah.
make the dressing in a second.
Cool.
This is gonna need 10 minutes anyway. So
10 minutes.
so what this is gonna do? This is dry buckwheat, dry kasha. It's
Cool.
toasted buckwheat,
Nice.
and we're actually gonna toast it again. The way that you make kasha is it's a 1 to 2 solid to liquid. So I have 1 cup dry kasha. I have 2 cups of vegetable bouillon over here.
Nice.
We're actually gonna add some flavor to it, like some dry rosemary.
What is this?
That's a vegetable bouillon. It's you
Okay.
could use chicken broth. You could use beef stock.
My
you could use
God,
anything
that
you
is
want.
strong.
Yeah, it's basically just vegetables diluted down, into nothing with salt.
Has it been reduced?
Yeah, it's a reduction.
Oh wow!
You did it.
Word.
Here is rosemary, dried rosemary. You ready for rosemary? It's like an evergreen, so it tastes a little like, almost like pine.
Oh yeah, I taste it.
Instead of using the mortar and pestle for this, it's gonna get boiled, so I'm just grinding it down with my fingers.
It kind of tastes like when you're playing like in the yard as a kid, and then you fall down, you eat shit, and then you get some grass in your mouth.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
Just like it gets stuck in your teeth the same way too.
Good grass shit. I'm using some black
grass.
some black pepper. These are all just optional. I'm gonna add this to my vegetable stock.
Do you do a sprinkling of salt?
Not in this. This is just salt. This is like
Why you gotta roll up your sleeve?
for 1 teaspoon. We'll do that later. We
Okay.
actually have a green salt for later.
Good.
For 1 teaspoon of that, this is half a gram of salt. So it's like
Holy shit!
it's just salt.
It's a salty boy.
So here's how this is gonna work. This is like the weird thing if you've not spent time cooking. So I'm actually gonna start this one, and then you'll see it work. And where's my tool? I need a tool. Spatula. So you take
Right here.
you take an egg, and you're gonna crack it
Ooh,
into.
that was sexy.
Thank you. You're gonna crack it into the dry kasha, and that seems kind of weird. Before you turn the heat on, you're going to stir it until it's like beginning to absorb into the dry grain. And I think what that does is it like creates a layer to kind of insulate the kasha. Because like I've done it without, like I was vegan for a bunch of years and I did it without egg before. And what happens to the kasha is it kind of just like dissolves in the water. Like it doesn't have a husk, so it's not like it doesn't act like a grain.
Yeah.
It doesn't act like rice,
Yeah.
So I think it would otherwise dissolve. So I'm mixing my raw egg into the kasha. And then, even though this was already toasted once, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the heat on, and I'm going to constantly be stirring this, and the egg is actually going to cook into the dried kasha.
So it's like when you scramble eggs, like you don't want to leave it unattended.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really interesting. Like the liquid just gets absorbed, and all of a sudden this blob of buckwheat is going to turn into individualized kernels, and you're going to start to smell that it toasts again.
Oh.
Is
there something I can do?
While I start this, you can cut your lemon in half.
Okay. I guess I should remove the sticker.
So it's like, right now it's like sticking to the bottom, and you're going to think that that's a bad thing. It really doesn't matter, because you're adding your liquid, and then you're going to boil it. So even if it sticks a little, as long as it's not burning, if it sticks a little, it's not a big deal. You just want to do this for like maybe 2 minutes until the kernels are individual, not like a glob.
And then,
Nice. Why don't you squeeze half of that into our mortar? You can take the pestle out.
God, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's marble.
Oh man. Really trying my best not to. Oh, I got a seed in there.
Let's take it out.
Okay.
Um.
Oh God.
So one thing, like I grew up with kasha. It's used in like Jewish cuisine a lot. You can actually make these muffins that are made with kasha, not just buckwheat flour, but actual kasha kernels. And one thing I remember learning really early is that when you make those muffins, you okay?
Yeah.
You're fine. That's fine.
How do I get the seeds out?
Just use your finger.
This is awful.
I'll leave you alone for a second.
They keep flying away from me.
You could use a spoon or something.
I'm gonna name you Brad. You're Brad.
Individualizing.
Jesus. No, I'm not gonna touch the floor. I'll get that later. Trash.
So, when you're making buckwheat muffins, which is like a sweet, you can use orange rind or lemon rind in the muffins. And so I remember being a kid, and very nice, and realizing that this flavor is like very toasty, what did you say, like matzo flavor almost.
Yeah.
Is really good with like orange, like a zest. So, what we're gonna do
Yeah, I can imagine that.
is we're gonna make these things complement each other. This is gonna be very savory, but I will have lemony flavor here, so the two flavors will complement.
Oh. Ooh, yeah.
So we're gonna get this to boil now. I'm gonna make sure it's stirring up so that we don't have clumps. Stir it up, and then put the lid on. Heat down. 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
The other flavor that goes really well with kasha is mustard. Vinegar and mustard. So we're actually going to add a little bit of mustard, ground mustard seed into our dressing. So it's going to be mustardy and lemony. We're going to have all the flavors that kind of combine well with kasha. Wow. And our kasha is boiling, folks. So lid on, heat down. If you keep the heat up, it'll actually just boil over. So heat's all the way down now to like 10%, 20%. Timer on for 10 minutes. So this was a 1-to-2 ratio of dry to wet. It's on. It's one egg for every cup of kasha. To get your garlic out of its peel, just crushing it in your finger works, or crushing it under like the side of a knife.
Oh.
That's the easiest way to do it.
I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah. Also, I'm usually impatient, but there's a whole thing about crushing garlic like activates a chemical in it, so it changes the flavor. But you also have to like wait like 15 minutes, and I never do that. Like I just crush it and then I start using it.
Fair
So
enough.
this is gonna be tough. Give it knife is on its side. Hold it down, and then like with the butt of your hand, yeah, that's fine enough. Now, just make little.
Did I bend it?
No, that's great.
Do I go this way?
Sure, it doesn't have to be super little because we're going to use the mortar. I'm going to give you some lemon juice to drink. You don't need all that lemon juice. Go ahead and put it in there.
Oh, I thought that this was for the cooking. I didn't realize this was for me.
Yeah, it's for you. Well, now it's lemon juice. We're going to put some Onion powder. Onion powder. Smells like an everything bagel.
God, yeah, no, it does.
A little bit
Yeah.
of onion powder. We already used an onion, but it's fine. More. A lot of garlic powder. Garlic is fine. This is California. It's like roasted garlic. It's like
Oh yeah,
crunchy.
that's like yeah. That's like a
that.
bagel with the roasted garlic on them.
Mustard powder.
We should make bagels sometimes.
That'd be good.
Sometime. Yeah, I can speak.
I guess a lot of mustard powder. Whoops. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You start now.
Mustard is related to cruciferous greens. So like mustard is related to spinach and arugula. And they're all in the same family. Broccoli, cauliflower. They all have like this horseradish. You know, like the flavor of horseradish kind of hits the back of your throat?
Yeah.
If you have like a mustard green, it does that. And like good, heavy, like intense, spicy mustard will do that too. So that's one of the flavors. Like we're kind of like combining, like we have our baby spinach and we have our mustard flavor.
Fair enough.
Then we have dill, which I really like. It's like dill almost, dill's so like sweet. It's almost like butter.
Yeah.
Very often if you have like a salmon, it's like lemon dill.
Mm-hmm.
You put a lot of dill.
That's a good amount of dill.
Why don't you grind that down? So the motion for that is going to be kind of like holding it at the bottom or holding it like here, however you want. And then the butt of the pestle goes in the middle of your hand and you're kind of pushing like this.
Oh.
The only thing you really need to grind down is that garlic, but you want to kind of mix the flavors together. When I cook, like cooking for me is a meditative practice. I like to feel each vegetable I'm cooking. I like to slice precisely. I don't like to have things going on around me. I don't want to feel like hectic. I want to like be in the zone, you know? And I think that for me, it's not just the consuming of a meal, it's the making of a meal and like pouring love into it. And even the foraging, even going to the store, you know? So for me, yeah, that's good. Oh, it smells really good.
So wait, is this the dressing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We're gonna mix olive oil into that,
Oh.
and it'll be like a
Extra virgin.
basically like a vinaigrette.
Just like me.
That's good. Great. I would kind of do like a 1-to-1. It's a lot of olive oil, but it's fine.
I did a good job.
You did a good job.
Even though I did really nothing.
That's fine. I would take like a little fork and I would stir it to kind of like false emulsify it. So like oil's gonna sit
Thicker.
on top, right?
Yeah.
Of your liquid. But you can kind of like turn it into a vinaigrette by stirring it, where you get little bubbles.
Oh.
Make sense?
Yeah.
See it doing it?
Yeah.
Get in this can. Boop. Kind of like thick. Okay, so now we can.
Now
She
we-
should do the honor. Drop it.
Okay.
And just pour it all over. So we're gonna mix the hell out of it anyway.
Oh yeah. You see that spin? Let's get that on replay real quick.
Take those 2 forks and just kind of stir it.
These two?
Yeah. Mix it all around. I like smoked salt. I like a good green salt.
Smoked?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a
Yeah. You have whatever you want. This is your
small
kitchen.
ration?
Smell that.
Oh shit.
Good grain salt adds
That like
flavor to anything.
actually smoked.
Wait,
Shit.
hold on, before you even try that. Take a bite of it. No. Now take a bite of it. It's doing something.
Yes, it is.
So I'm taking this grain salt, which is like huge freaking grains.
It's interesting because I don't get the smoke and the taste,
Yeah,
but it's definitely there in the smell.
right.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, indeed. So I cleared the table a little bit.
Yep.
Our kasha's finished. This is what it looks like. It doesn't look like this until you fluff it.
Oh, that's raised significantly.
Yeah, it absorbed all the liquid.
Wow.
So on cam, first try, give it a taste. It's hot, but you know, What do you think?
It's gonna be really hot. That's delicious.
Good, right? So one thing that I did slightly differently than
Jesus.
the instruction is I added more salt than they suggest, because this is basically a condiment for your salad.
This is delicious.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
As is the salad, I'm sure.
Do I get to plate mine? You get to plate yours?
Sure. We should have a third can for this.
Oh. Hello, third cam.
Good. Perfect.
So this is my domain. This is Jake's domain.
So here's the extra thing we haven't really talked about, which is this is it's vegan, but it's a cream of mushroom soup that I made yesterday. I'm not entirely vegan, but I do eat mostly dairy free when I can, mostly meat free. So this is a dairy free cream of mushroom soup. I made it using a pressure cooker with some veggies and potato to thicken it, and some dairy free cheese and a roux, which is like roux are really cool. You take dried flour and you fry it in a pan with butter, which sounds wild, and then you add liquid and it becomes thick. It just becomes like,
Wow.
yeah. So you use that as like your thickener. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plate this by
Pockets.
we're gonna plate this by salad on the bottom. The kasha goes on top to start steaming down, and then we'll put a little bit of the soup.
Can I try something different though?
Sure, you can do whatever you want. Here, you
Okay.
can use the same spoon, but try the soup. This is the first time you've tried the cold soup.
That's good. I don't like mushrooms, but that tastes good.
That's shiitakes and creminis. Dried shiitakes from my cabinet.
I know what shiitake means.
Cremini is like
From your
like-
cabinet, huh? Mushrooms?
these I think sometimes they're called baby bellas. Sometimes they are, but they're just like little mushroom, button mushroom almost looking babies. I'm talking about
No.
like the standard ass white mushroom.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll do mine first, I guess.
Okay.
I need a bigger fork.
You're gonna have to tell us who won.
These are our forks.
Don't let me fucking win.
Here, we're like improvising
Oh,
here.
God, my knee.
You use whatever you have in your kitchen. I almost said studio, but your kitchen should feel like a studio.
I feel like the same thing goes for film. Use whatever you have.
Use what you have, right? There's a lot of I listen to a lot of podcasts, and one big podcast sponsor is Blue Apron, which does
Mhm.
boxes that you cook.
Yeah.
You cook, right?
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of people say I legitimately learned how to cook through, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because it was Blue Apron sounds really cool to me, but I know how to cook.
Yeah.
And I like learning new recipes, and I would use Blue Apron for something like that, but I don't need it for that. So hopefully if this makes you feel more free in any way, I hope it's to just explore things. Instead of kasha, you could use rice. Instead of rice, you could use quinoa. Use any grain. You could do whatever you want. Here we're just using something hot.
I hope you realize I came here incredibly hungry.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what I need. Okay, artsy.
I mean, that's a little weird, but I'll go with it.
Okay,
It's something. Go for it.
I'm gonna attempt something. It's a concept.
I will also say I don't plate. I think I said this when I introduced the concept. I'm not into plating. I'm into the consumption of something and engaging with it. I'm a huge texture foodie, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So here's a weird thing. If I have a pint of vanilla ice cream at my disposal and I take a spoonful of it right out of the pint, I probably will stop there. But if there's a thing in the ice cream, even if it's just a chocolate chip, something that's a different texture to get my attention. Sirens.
Miley Sirens?
I'll be so drawn to that. So that goes with this, the grain salt and the pear and the crunchy carrot and the pillowy kasha, you know.
Guys, I am I am fucking killing it.
You're doing a very good job. I want you to see how the spinach underneath has begun wilting and changing color. See that?
Oh yeah.
See how it's formed?
Oop, I almost spilled that.
It's fine.
Okay. And now. Okay.
You can
I
just hold it.
saw Gordon Ramsay do this once.
As I just stir my shit into oblivion. There you go. It's beautiful.
Tell us who wins. It was me.
Take a bite.
3, 2. Yeah. That's delicious.
When I made something like this the other day, I used a balsamic vinaigrette, but that lemon was a really good move.
And a kasha. So good.
So now you can just watch us eat for the next hour. I would do this more. This is really fun.
We should make this a regular thing.
Cooking?
We should cook all different types of shit. Or like
Yeah.
bake.
Baking's wild.
I'm better at baking.
My chaos energy. Now, I might not seem like, compared to Brandon in this space, I might not seem like I have the same kind of chaos energy. Because Brandon's chaos energy was basically like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But mine is like, I do know what the fuck I'm doing, and I still want to just always be playing. You can do that when you're baking, but it takes a lot more practice to know how ingredients interact with each other, because they interact more chemically. You know what I mean? These are just ingredients sitting on each other, and then the flavors interact.
It's weird eating something that like you made and like you know what every flavor is that you put in it.
That is why I do that 3 times a day. It's a good feeling, right?
Smart man.
It's a better feeling when you've gardened the items. You take them out of the dirt, you clean them off, and you know, like you spent a couple months cultivating those things, interacting with the greens, interacting with the soil, depositing nutrients into the soil.
As someone that doesn't cook, you should cook. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
Those sirens are coming for us. We're too fucking hot.
They made an unstoppable meal. The shredded carrots and cucumbers is a cool thing, right? When I make pad thai, I shred my carrots like that, and I throw them at the last minute so they stay crunchy.
We should make pad thai sometime.
I make pad thai all the time. I love making pad thai.
Do you use a wok?
No, I don't. I just use a I mean, I'm using a big stainless steel like frying pan, but I think I own a wok. I don't use it very much.
You may talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk.
I don't walk the walk. It's a little cumbersome on my small stovetop.
All right, because woks are big, right?
Yeah, they're big as hell.
Baby, how you feeling?
Big as hell?
After this meal, definitely.
Oh, you know what I didn't include? I have orange juice in the fridge, and I have vodka in the front. I was gonna suggest we make like screwdrivers to go with this, but I think that would just be really intense. I didn't want to offer you alcohol while we were cooking. I mean, that'd be a bad idea.
I'm already a danger to myself. So.
I think in reflection, some nice practice will be good for you. It was definitely scaring me a little bit.
No, I felt like I was getting better at it the more I did it. But, you know, there's definitely a technique.
Another thing that would be really good in a salad like this, when you're thinking about stuff like not just salt, but like acid, like lemon juice was your acid, feta cheese in this, it would just destroy. It would be so good.
Oh, smack.
Like vinegary, but like fatty. Because that's kind of what it's missing. It's missing like a fat, you know.
That was my name in college.
Fat? Okay. That's rude to a little Brandon.
I might go in for seconds.
If you enjoyed this, and maybe you even cooked along, that would be a fun thing.
I love how he's doing the outro. I'm just still invested.
Let me know. I don't even know which camera to look at. I'm kind of just like darting
at the
back
same
and forth, yeah.
time.
Like I'd love to know what you made, how you made it different.
You look at that camera. I'll look at this camera.
Okay. Yeah. I think that would be really fun, especially if we do this more regularly. You know, people have we have heard that people have enjoyed us just putting us on in the background. If that's true, stop. Any like sweet nothings or something? I'm editing this down. I'll just edit you out of it.
I had the power to take you out.
I brought you into this world. Yeah. I would want to know, you know.
Also, what do you want us to cook?
Yeah. Oh, it'd be fun. Do a poll.
Yeah, you guys want polls, right?
You guys like
We'll
polls.
give you polls.
Dance upon our pole.
Dancing on that pole like shit. Oh, you went heady on the kasha this time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I say we cut recording. I'm gonna eat some more. I love you all.
I'm gonna eat too.
Have fun.
Love.
Peace fuck out.